What is going on, everybody? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and everybody able to celebrate with them today. It's a very special day. I don't deserve to be here, so thank you to my mama for allowing me to exist. So, right off the bat, I just wanted to talk about a few things going on in the newest Spider-Man trailer. Think it's a great trailer right away. Love seeing where I don't love seeing it, but seeing the death of Tony Stark really affecting Peter and Happy. It's kind of cool to see where their relationship might go. It sucks that it took Tony dying to maybe seeing them becoming, closer friends. But the main point of this video is to break down and kind of ask, what you guys think about this whole multiverse theory going on. And I do think it is still a theory in terms of what Mysterio has said. So there has been a clip recently that was apparently taken offline. I can't find it anywhere, but it looks like Marvel and Disney took off a recent clip from YouTube and other websites showing that Mysterio has come out and said he is from Earth 833 and confirmed that the Marvel Cinematic Universe we've been watching events take place in is in fact Earth 616. For everybody who knows comics or who has some tertiary knowledge of the comics, it is 616 that we watch and read and see take place. But so he's saying he's from Earth 833. First of all, who gave it that numerical value? Was it the people from his side of reality or his dimension, or the people from when he came to our dimension? There's a lot of things going on with that. He says that it was caused due to a dimensional rift that was caused, that was started from the snap. So that could be a lie. I think he's lying. If you know anything about Mysterio, he's a liar. He's a stinkin' liar in a fishbowl helmet, which is a really odd combination, if you ask me. So, there's a lot of things that could be coming out from that. He could be telling the truth. They could be easily just saying, hey, this is Mysterio. He is from Earth 833, and he's a good guy. Now, I think, like I said, I think he's lying. So there's a few things. So he could be from that reality and be a good guy. All right, all good and great. He could be from that reality and have been a bad guy. And in the comics, Earth 833 is actually destroyed and takes place in a world. Well, it was a world that was home to Spider UK. Matthew Braddock, who was that reality's version of Captain Britain from the Captain Britain Corps, something that was actually not necessarily dropped, but apparently in a enhanced audio clip, people are hearing that Peggy Carter in Endgame mentioned the name Braddock and something about odd lightning, which most likely has something to do with Merlin, who imbues Brian Braddock, Earth 616 version of Captain Britain, with mystical energy, and he becomes a powerful superhero in his own right. His father and his brother are later revealed to also have been part of that whole mythology. So there's a lot of things they're doing. They could be just paying homage to that, saying, hey, he's from Earth 833, which I think is very specific. So he's either lying about that, and they're just giving us some teasers and Easter eggs, like saying, oh, hey, guys, the people who know Earth 833, there was a Spider-Man-like guy there named Spider UK. So they could be changing a bunch of stuff, that he could have been a villain there and escaped to here. What I think is going on is, I think he might be telling the truth. He could be from another Earth. I think either way, he will, throughout the film, become the villain because of his clashes of ideologies of how to become a hero between he and Peter Parker, or he and Nick Fury, or he and S.H.I.E.L.D. So there's a lot of things they could be doing with that. Is he actually just making the whole movie just an illusion for Peter Parker, and he has a vendetta against him because he actually does come from this other Earth, and in his Earth he fought a version of Spider-Man, and that's just his main goal. That's why he's specifically saying, hey, Peter Parker, I like your talents. You could do some good here. Apparently also they've confirmed that the elementals we've been seeing in the trailers, they are versions of, Hydro Man and the other villains, mainly Hydro Man. I know that guy because like a lot of you probably watched the 90s cartoon of Spider-Man, which was awesome. One of my favorite shows, along with, X-Men. So, there's a lot of things to think about. They're doing a lot of things. Either way, Earth 8833, they're definitely referencing, William Braddock, Spider UK. And, if what Peggy Carter did say in Endgame is true, then that's an obvious connection. And I think either way, Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, has something out for whatever reason, good or bad. I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Against Peter Parker. And we'll just have to see what happens as we get closer to the movie. I think, if Endgame has taught us anything, they have no... Well, it is a different company, but there has been some cross-promotion. We'll have to see what happens going forward. Through the trailers, I think we'll get more information like we did from even Endgame approaching the movie, which I thought was crazy. I was like, all right, I'm done. I don't need to see anymore. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of things that could be happening here. I think they're being very, very careful as to what they're giving the audience. I think they will be... I think they're trying to subvert our expectations for sure. The main, the obvious answer is, oh, he's just lying. He's just lying. I think it's a combination. I think he's somewhat telling the truth, but he will be a bad guy in the end. There's also the idea that this whole multiverse thing and what he says about the snap causing a rift in space and reality, you could easily say, oh, X-Men, boom, easy. So, yes and no. They definitely did not think about that a while ago, at least, legally. I mean, there is that infamous interview between Kevin Feige and Kathleen Kennedy. No, not Kathleen Kennedy, sorry. Star Wars on the Head all the time. Amy Pascal, where she said something about, well, they're in a different universe, but they're in the same reality. And then, Kevin Feige happened. So I think that could be some type of evidence as to their plans, with Spider-Man, either whether it's they had planned all along for Spider-Man to be able to go back to Sony, especially with the fact that you want to have your flagship character in that character's universe show up at some point. I do think we will get Tom Holland mixing with Venom and the planned Morbius movie at some point, or they'll bring in Venom and into the MCU. At this point, anything is possible, really. As far as the Fantastic Four, which is another thing people have been speculating about with the whole multiverse thing. I don't think this has anything to do with the Fantastic Four, and they could easily just say, I've maintained this for a long time, they could, even before the Fox-Disney merger, they could easily just explain it away as the Fantastic Four were off in space and long thought, either lost or dead or something, and at whatever point down the road they could choose to bring them back. I don't think that if they do choose to use this this fabric ripping, this space and time fabric ripping snap thing, to do with the Fantastic Four. I think if anything, it could be used for the X-Men. Again, I don't think it was planned as that, but they could choose to use it very easily. So, what do you guys think? Is this the truth? Is Mysterio telling the truth? Is he a stinking liar? Is Nick Fury the chameleon? Is Maria Hill the chameleon? I mean, is this whole thing an illusion? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, and that's what I love about these movies. Even after Endgame, we got this incredible conclusion to 10 years of storytelling, and we're going to be talking about it for a long time. But we got a movie that has, on the surface, it looks like it doesn't have that much to do with Endgame, but below the surface, it has a lot to do with it, and the implications of that movie going forward. So, like I was saying, that's what I love about these movies and the trailers and the characters and the storytelling. I'm looking forward to it more than anything, and they just keep doing a great job, especially with this synergistic cross promotion. It's like, okay, we got a Sony actor technically promoting a rival company's movie that's still in theaters before this movie he's promoting is even out. So I think we've got a lot of cool things to look forward to, and let me know what you guys think if you want. I'm very happy right now. So with all that said, happy Mother's Day, and I love you 3000.